Okay. So the Green's functions. Uh, this is Green functions part 2. That is after the first part, we have to discuss about the green function part 2 with the suitable examples and the procedure how to obtain the solution of the green function of the given equation. So the properties, that is the, consider this one is the first property, that is called convolution. And then this convolution is the differential operator L, and this differential operator is, this is Px into d of dx plus qx. And when it is operating on a function, green function g, you can call gxa. This is the green function. Then it is d of dx, px into d of dx, gx plus qx into gx. This is minus g x minus xi. This x minus xi is Dirac delta function. This is nothing but Dirac delta function. Or this can be written as it is d of dx px into d gx by dx plus qx into gx is equal to minus g x minus xi. Integrating both sides of above equation, we have to integrate with a certain limit. That is, we take, this is the left limit. Left limit is, here it is the point xi, and then xi minus epsilon, and the right limit is xi plus epsilon. So we integrate this above equation with respect to these two limits. One is lower limits, xi minus epsilon or xi plus epsilon of this part, and here the second part, xi minus epsilon to xi plus epsilon, the qx gx xi dx is equal to 1. This one is the way to integrate. Take xi is 0, that is tending to 0, then the interval vanishes. Means what I mean to say, you see this is xi, and if it is xi minus epsilon and here it is xi plus epsilon, and this epsilon is decreasing. So what happened? The interval is going to decrease, and at this moment when epsilon is tends to 0, the interval will vanish and it is converted into point. Becomes both qx and gx are constant functions of x, which reduced as the say Dirac delta combination of the function, and another is this is px dg upon dx, xi minus epsilon and xi plus epsilon is equal to -1. So after substituting the limits, that is upper limit xi plus epsilon, lower limit xi minus epsilon in this integrand, then we find that this is equal to -1 as from the given equation above. And this p of x is divided after transforming from left to right. Then we find these are the left hand side, and here it is the right hand side. Right hand side is -1 upon p of xi. There is discontinuity in the derivatives of the Green's functions at x is equal to pi. Now it is convenient to consider two intervals. A is less than x and less than xi, and this xi is less than x and less than equal to b. What we mean by this one is, as it is given in this diagram, here it is the A point and this is the B point. So x lie between A to B, x lie between A to B, but from a given point, x is equal to xi, we have classified the two sides, left side as well as right side. So what the green function will take the form, this is g1 x xi for x A is less than equal to x minus xi, that is left hand side, and the g2 x xi is equal to x xi is from xi is less than x equal to less than equal to b, less than equal to b, that is right side. So left side. So this point is left side point, and this point is right side point. This is the right side point. And in between these left, right, this is the central point. And here it is the function is g1 and this function is g2. And when it is 1, that is the maximum probability to obtain at this point. And then this nature of this function is something like this. And whenever the nature is taking in this shape, then it is called as Dirac delta function. I will like to discuss these things in a separate way just after a few minutes. That is by considering the various methods, that is both G1 and G2 satisfy homogeneous equation. What is the homogeneous equation? Suppose this is the differential equation, y double dot means d2 dy d2y by dx square plus omega square y is equal to 0. When there is a 0, then it is called homogeneous equation. And if it is homogeneous equation, then it can be written as L is differential operator on G1, that is on the left side. This is left side, and here it is right side. This is the right side with respect to the value, that is x is less than equal to A, and here it is xi, and this xi is less than x is equal to B. So these are the two upper limits. The second is G1 satisfy boundary conditions at x is equal to A and G2 at x is equal to B. So for G1, the boundary condition at x is equal to A, and for G2, the boundary condition at B. It will be clear in the given solution of the example. So G be the continuous function of x, that is limit x tending to xi, this G1, and limit x tending to xi, G2. Now more specifically, if we try to write from the sense of mathematics, I mean, suppose this is the x and here it is xi, and this G1 is from left hand side, this G1 function is from left hand side, and G2 is from right hand side. G2 is from right hand side. This is the right and this is your left hand side. So we like to express limit x tending to xi minus. Xi minus means left side. And here limit x tending to xi, this is plus, xi plus. So this is G2 and it is the right hand side. So from this, here it is xi plus and here it is xi minus. This is the xi minus. So xi plus and xi minus, simple indicating about the left hand side and right hand side. The fourth is the derivative of G to discontinue and gives as, this is G2 psi, G2 of dx at xi minus d of G1 dx xi is equal to minus 1 by P of xi is of second order differential equation, and the actual second order differential equation you have read in the chapter of second order latent heat equation in thermodynamics, where there are phase change, second order phase change. Second order phase change is a very simple. How it is very simple? Because you see, at a certain temperature, the material is para or di, and after certain temperature, the material is ferro. So that particular temperature is Curie, but the physical status of the material is same, that is say solid state, solid. But there is change in the orientation of their structure. So one is magnetized and other is demagnetized. So this kind of change of phase from magnetic to demagnetization of the material is known as second order equations. Similarly, in other cases also, there are several examples for that. So in that cases, there is a single way is discontinuity, but when you differentiate, you will find this kind of the function. So Green's function is symmetric. Green's function is symmetric when this one is G1 is equal to G2 at this case. So these are the properties, and now we can start the steps. All these are how to materialize, how to find the steps in the given form. So let us consider the procedure example. Say this is example. How this example? Take non-homogeneous differential approach as, say, coefficient a2x d2 y upon dx square plus a1 of x into dy by dx plus a0x into y is equal to r of x. This is equation 1. So this equation, or this can also be written as a2x d2 upon dx square plus a1x d of dx plus a0x. These are the operators on y is equal to r of x. So this can be written as L of yx. This is yx is equal to r of x, where this whole expression is nothing but a L. L is the differential operator. So the Green function, Green's function associated with equation 1. This is equation 1. Here it is equation 2. Satisfy the differential equation as L cap operator gxa is equal to delta x minus a. This is the equation 3. So this differential operator, if there is a Green function corresponding, so we can have, now I have said that is, there are some properties of the Dirac delta. Dirac delta function. The Dirac delta function, as you see, delta of x minus a is equal to 0 for x is not equal to a. X is not equal to a. And it is not equal to 0 for x is equal to a. For x is equal to a. So at x it is equal to 0, the value is finite. The value is finite. So it means we have to express something like this. We have to express something like this. And this particular point is x is equal to a. So x is equal to other than a, the value is 0. And at x is equal to a, this particular point, the value is finite. This particular point is value finite. The first point. The second point is, if we integrate this Dirac delta function, then this value is 1. This value is 1. 1 means that gives the information that definitely it will find the function. And if we operate this one is a to b phi of x into del x minus a dx is equal to phi a, is equal to phi a. This is phi a for this is the value, the limit, that is a to b, a is less than small a, which is less than capital B, that is within the limit. Here it is also, we can have the for a limit, lower limit is less than a is less than b, that is the upper limit. So what we find, there are 3 properties of delta. This is the simple function. Here it is the integral. Integral is 1, means definitely it will be there, some finite value. And if you are operating phi, then this value is phi of a. Phi of a. The most interesting case here, I want to give the information कि आप सब लोग ये फंक्शन रोज यूज करते हैं, डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन रोज यूज करते हैं. कैसे यूज करते हैं, उसकी मैथमेटिक्स को कैसे आप रोज यूज करते हैं, वो हम आपको बता दे रहे हैं. 1 सेकेंड के लिए बता रहे हैं. You see, मान लीजिए ये आपका एक मोबाइल है, ठीक है, और इस मोबाइल में एक ये कोई पिक्चर है, ठीक है, कोई एक पिक्चर आप मान लीजिए ये मोबाइल में. तो इस मोबाइल के अंदर एक पिक्चर है. इस पिक्चर के एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट को आप जूम आउट करना चाहते हैं, जूम आउट करना चाहते हैं. तो ये जो हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं जूम आउट इज नथिंग बट वे यूजिंग दी फाई फंक्शन. जो तीसरे पॉइंट पे हम कर रहे हैं कि जो जूम आउट करना चाहते हैं, जिस पॉइंट को हमने टच किया, जिस पॉइंट को टच करने का मतलब कि ये पॉइंट यदि हम आप देख रहे हैं तो इसका एक कोऑर्डिनेट है x y z, whatever it may be. If you want to have the 4 dimension, तो x y z t. तो उस पॉइंट को आप क्या करते हैं, जूम आउट करते हैं. जूम आउट माने बड़ा साइज करना चाहते हैं, एंड यू वांट टू इंस्पेक्ट इट कि उस फंक्शन का क्या है पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू. तो इसका फाई एक डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन, जैसे ही आपने टच कर दिया, whenever you are touching, then there is a formation of a capacitor. Formation of the capacitor का मतलब कि if you have considered this is the mobile screen, और जब जैसे ही आप फिंगर टच करते हैं, जैसे ही आप फिंगर टच करते हैं, तो यहाँ पर एक कैपेसिटर फॉर्म हो जाता है. There is a formation of capacitor. कैपेसिटर किसका, एक आपका चापलेट होता है फिंगर टिप, और दूसरा हो जाता है स्क्रीन, जो स्क्रीन वहां पे लगा है. सो दीज आर द चार्जेस, कैपेसिटर के प्लेट के चार्जेस. और जैसे ही जूम आउट करते हैं you are increasing the value of the capacitor form. और वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सर्किट डिवाइस जो है that behave like Dirac delta. निश्चित रूप से वहां कुछ वैल्यू है, that is one gives that आप देखते हैं तो वहां कुछ वैल्यू मिलता है तो वो गिव क्या वैल्यू है, that is phi x. phi x का उस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर क्या वैल्यू है ये आप इंस्पेक्ट करते हैं जूम आउट की तरफ. तो डिराक डेल्टा क्या है? डिराक डेल्टा इज ए फंक्शन जो पूरे स्पेक्ट्रम में अभी सी जब दूसरी बार यूज करते हैं पूरा स्पेक्ट्रम है, मान लीजिए इस तरह से कोई स्पेक्ट्रम है और इस पर्टिकुलर स्पेक्ट्रम में आप केवल इस पॉइंट को चेक करना चाहते हैं तो यू आर अप्लाइंग दिस इज x इज इक्वल टू a. उस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट को देखने के लिए x इज इक्वल टू a पे आप देखना चाहते हैं कि क्या इसका नेचर है, मींस यू आर अप्लाइंग द डिराक डेल्टा फंक्शन एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट x इज इक्वल टू a. क्योंकि x इज इक्वल टू a पे वो कुछ फाइनाइट वैल्यू देगा और x इज इक्वल टू नॉट इक्वल टू a पे फाइनाइट वैल्यू नहीं देगा, दैट इज 0. सो these are the important things that I have to discuss with you कि किस तरह से ये जो डिराक डेल्टा है ये हम रोज रोज यूज करते हैं. Now the solution is yx. Yx is, this is a to b, this is r of a into gxa dA, this is dA. तो ये a और b के बीच में this is a is less than small a is less than, दो लिमिट के बीच का ये फंक्शन हो गया. So if you operate this differential operator on the x, so this value is L under which a to b r of a gxa dA of this value, and then you find this is nothing but a to b r a, because they are nothing to do, and here it is the operator that operate on the gxa dA. This operator dx is delta, so this value is nothing but a to b r a and delta function x minus a dA, and this delta function x minus dx is rx. This is rx, and therefore this is L at yx satisfy, this is rx. So this is the nature of the solution that we have discussed. Now the one important point that we have to find out here, the methodology, how to solve this function by applying a fresh case. So you take the heading, how to find Green's function. Now first we like to discuss the brief steps, and then we will take one example. The brief steps is, first, this is the operator, differential operator, and as we have, this is operating on x, so this value is. For the value for r of x is equal to 0, r of x is equal to 0, then means homogeneous, then this is the operator yx is equal to 0 for homogeneous. If y1x and y2x are two linearly independent solutions of the equation, this equation, you can say this equation 1, then Yx, that is general solution, can be written as C1 Y1 x plus C2 Y2 x. This is the 2. Means here it is the homogeneous equation. This is 1. And y1 and y2 be the two linearly independent solutions. Then their combination is also solutions. And here the C1 and C2 are some numerical value. C1 and C2 are some numerical value. So these are the simple way to express. For green function, for the Green's function, the same condition, the green function, the same condition, that is when operating L operating on the G green function, then it is nothing but delta x minus a, delta x minus a. So general solution Gxa can be written as solution can be written as a1 y1 x plus a2 y2 x for x is less than a, and b1 y1 x plus b2 y2 x for x is greater than a, where A's means A1, A2, and B's are B1, B2 are dependent on A. A means that is the constant. So so green function satisfy for continuity equation. Continuity equation as g of xa for first and second boundary conditions as at x is equal to a, limit x tends to a plus g of xa is equal to limit x tending to a minus g of xa, first. And the second point is for discontinuity. For discontinuity of magnitude, 1 upon a to a at x is equal to a, means this is limit x tending to a plus delta g by delta x is not equal to limit x tending to a minus delta g by delta x. If it is not equal to 0, or we can say that limit x tends to a minus delta gx minus limit x tending to a, this is a plus, here it is a minus delta g by delta x is equal to, this is 1 upon a2 of a, 1 upon this is the amount amount of discontinuity, amount of discontinuity, where this is the differential coefficient of d2y by dx square. So these are the four steps, and through which we can have the equation. Now, all these three steps must be clear in the example as example. Consider the differential equation d2y by dx square is equal to rx with y0 is equal to 0 and y dash 1 is equal to 0. So find the Green's function, required to solve the given differential equation. Solution. For homogeneous, that is d2y by dx square is equal to 0. For homogeneous, this is equal to 0, and this is the trivial solution of this equation is, say, y is equal to a constant c e raised to the power mx. So the first order differential is cm e raised to the power mx, and the second order differential is c m square e raised to the power mx. So if you substitute this value, so what we find, c m square e raised to the power mx is equal to 0. So this implies that this m square is equal to 0, means m has two roots, 0 and 0. So these two roots are equal and real. These two roots are equal and real. These are the roots are equal and real. So take step 1 in this case, that is y1 is equal to e raised to the power mx, that is e raised to the power 0 into x is 1, and y2 is equal to x e raised to the power mx. So this is x into e raised to the power 0x, so it is x into 1, so it is x. So generally, step 2 is general solution. General solution is g of xa is equal to a1 plus a2 x for x is less than a, and this is b1 plus b2x for x is greater than a. So we take this one for the given boundary conditions, that is y0 is equal to 0 and y dash 1 is equal to 0. So a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 1. This is 0 and this is 1. So 0 and 1, these are the two boundary conditions. So this function, general function, green function xa is equal to a1 plus a2x for boundary condition 0 is less than x is less than a, and here it is b1 plus b2x for a is less than x is less than 1. That is, this is the x, and here it is the 0, and this point is 1. So this is for G1 and this is for G2. So these are the two, lower limit, upper limit. These are the lower limit, and here it is the upper limit, lower limit LL. So now the next step is using these boundary conditions. What find G0 A is equal to 0, that is A1 plus A2 0 is equal to 0, which indicates A1 is equal to 0. Now Y dash A1 is equal to 0, that is G dash 1 0 is equal to 0 plus B2. So this B2 is equal to 0. B2 is equal to 0. Therefore, GXA is equal to A1 plus A2x and B1 plus B2x. The next continuity, for continuity limit x tending to a plus gxa is equal to limit x tending to a minus gxa. So this one is b1 is equal to a to a. This is the right hand side, and here it is left hand side. Now for discontinuity, delta g by delta x of this limit x tending to a plus is equal to, or you can say minus of this, minus of limit x tending to a minus delta g by delta x, that is 1 upon a to a, that is 1 upon a, which is equal to 1. So this one is 0 minus a2 is equal to 1. So a2 is equal to 1. So g function is minus x is equal to minus a. For this 0 is less than x is less than a, and for a is less than x is less than 1. So this is the required green function for the given equation, which is the solution. So this is the complete discussion of the green function, which is solved in this case from the given equations. So for the finding the solution, we have 4 steps, and these are the 4 steps. After these 4 steps, we can find the green function of any non-homogeneous differential equation. That is all about the today lecture. Thank you.